Hey everybody, your host Chris Blodgett here. Just popping on here on this little kind of a bonus episode, little kind of a mini episode, just to let you guys know that I know normally my episodes post between 5 and 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesdays and Fridays. I do have a story for you this week, and it will get recorded. I just wanted to come on here and do this little mini bonus episode to kind of let you guys know that haven't forgot about you. Can't even talk straight. Haven't forgotten about you. And there will be a story posting. It's just this week, after the way last week went, I came down with something pretty bad on Monday, so I've still been out here working and basically getting my ass handed to me. So I haven't had a chance. Actually, it's more like I've had a chance to record. I just haven't felt up to doing it because of my health and stuff. So bear with me, and stay tuned and keep a lookout. Probably I'll try to get it recorded and uploaded tonight if possible. I'm kind of starting to get better a little bit, but still not doing great. If anything, I will get it recorded. And basically, this week I'll just probably call it Blodgett Show Storytime, since it's not gonna be on Storytime Friday, but there will be a Storytime, and then of course next Friday I'll pick up, basically resume business as usual and stuff. So, but yep, been pretty sick since Monday. Kind of coughs, then basically after a while your abs really hurts. And then you of course you throw in the sneezes as well, and yeah, like it's been pretty rough past couple days. Just trying to sleep even, Thank God for Robitussin, being able to try to not cough while I'm sleeping, because basically I'll cough, and if the cough doesn't wake me up, the pain in the abs will. So yeah, I've got nasal spray out here with me. I've got took some Tylenol, whatever, to try to fight the fever, and Tylenol to fight the pain and the fever, and then just try to do what I can to get better. So, but I wanted to come on here so you guys are at least aware of what's going on, and then it wasn't just no episode this week. There will be one. You just get this small little mini bonus episode this week too. Also, a little update for you guys. For those of you, if anybody's already gone to my website, the Blodgett Show website, blodgettshow.com, if you've gone to the support part of it, blodgettshow.com/support, initially the way I had it set up was it would load that page, and you had to click to be taken to where you could actually support the podcast. But I was able to, because I've dabbled in HTML in the past, and I knew there was a way to do it, to redirect it, so that when you go to that site, it would redirect automatically to, the support options for the one-time donations or the monthly. And I managed to figure it out the other night. It's funny. I felt up to getting on the computer, and my intention was to do some writing, but I ended up basically working on the website a little bit. Got that page updated. So now when you literally go to blodgettshow.com/support, it'll automatically take you to the section on my host platform, Captivate, where you can basically just either do a one-time monetary donation or choose a monthly donation for as low as $1 per month. But when I got that figured out, when I got it to redirect, awesome, yeah, because I'm all about progress moving forward. So even though I haven't felt up to doing much this week, aside from basically I've still been coming out here doing the trucking grind, I basically just was trying to do something. And then on top of that, I now have officially restarted a blog. I used to be a big blogger way back in the day. It was probably early 2000s up to 2013 or 14. But again, this is before I had my MacBook, so I had a Dell, I think it was called a Dell Netbook. Yeah, not a bad computer. It was, it didn't cost me that much. I mean, at the time, I think I paid $500 or $600 for it. And so I was hoping it was a good computer, and then when I got it, it was like super slow. Like, wasn't very happy with it the entire time I had it, but I went ahead and did everything I needed to do on it because, you know, I bought the computer, I might as well use it. But now you can buy pretty decent computers for a couple $100, you know, off eBay or whatever. It's like, they run a lot better than my $600 netbook, or even my $1,000 Gateway computer that I had back when I was first in the military. But I know technology's come a long way, so thankfully you can get a decent system for not that much now. You know, to be able to, especially if you're just trying to write or, you know, put stuff together, you know. But so I've been wanting to read, because basically my former blogs, I had a blog on Zanga, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, and I had a blog on Blogger, which I'm sure a lot of people have heard of that one. Both of those sites, it had been like 10 years since I'd actually been on my blog on either of those, and both of those sites actually underwent a massive renovation, I guess would be the right word. I was trying to think of, dude, that's why, like I told you guys, I'm not feeling well this week, so like literally my mental capacity, I'm doing the best I can, you know. It's like when I left to go to work, you know, I was like literally, I wasn't able to get myself out of bed until 4, got dressed, got my stuff ready to go, and basically like, love you, see you guys later. And my wife was like, can I get a hug? Like, I haven't seen you all day, like, you know, like, you only texted me, and I was like, well, love, I'm doing my best. Like, I'm literally, I'm here as much as I can possibly be here, mentally and stuff, you know, but it's one of those where, like, I'm not one to show emotion, but, you know, if pain level is high enough, or if I just feel like crap enough, then I, you know, by myself, I get emotional, because I'm like, oh my god, I feel like crap, it sucks, but, you know, fight through it and stuff. So, starting to look into that's where I'm, you know, one of the links I'm going to update on the Blogger Show website for the promotions part is I'm going to eventually have our doTERRA link for like essential oils and whatnot. For anybody that is actually wanting to order oils, they can go to that link or whatever. But also, I have to reactivate that anyway, so that we can, because I know they have a immunity pack that Aaron and I at one point had actually we were getting. It's little packs that have like half a dozen little pills or whatever. You just basically take every day. It's supposed to help you. You know, we haven't done it in a while because we haven't been active for a bit, but. And of course, I've been recommended by a good friend Rico, you know, to do like 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day. So if you do that, you probably won't get sick. Of course, I told that to the wife, and she, of course, sent me websites about like, well, if you do that, you're probably gonna have health problems because it's too much. And I'm like, so my game plan, because I trust both of them, you know, like I trust Rico and I trust my wife, obviously, you know, I know neither of them would have ever want to do anything to hurt me or whatever. So. But I'm gonna message my doctor and ask his advice. You know what they say, like, you know, if you have medical questions, always best to consult your doctor. You know, but so yeah, you know, but those websites had done a massive renovation, and so. Like my former blogs were gone, but like I think at Zanga, I was the one that when I logged in, so I was able to reset my password and get logged in with Zanga, and basically at least they saved like a zip file of my previous blog, so they had everything basically condensed or whatever, and that's cool. So I downloaded that. It's even all in code too, like HTML and whatnot. So my initial thought when I was starting a new blog was, I thought, you know what, I want to copy and paste all the code into a new blog, so that hopefully I would have a previous blog basically active again. But then I started the new blog and I started to write, and I was kind of, you know, in that first entry, I talked about how I kind of wanted to do that initially. But then I thought, yeah, I was connected with quite a few people back then. that were, you know, a lot of the ones that were commenting and whatnot, and I'm no longer connected with them. In fact, some of them I have blocked because they're just crazy, you know, or they're just mentally unstable, I should say. You know, not all of them, but you know, some of them we just lost touch. And others, basically, I don't want anything to do with anymore. So I decided, you know what, I'm not going to worry about reposting everything that was in the past. I'm just going to start fresh. So, but on that blog, I figured, you know, because I know they say that the more websites that your link, like the more locations online that your website address is listed, the better results you get. Like, more people will actually find your page. So I figured, you know, on any blog entries, I'm going to talk about the blog show and, you know, list both that link and list the support link. And of course, I've got the website link on my Instagram, and I've got it on my Facebook. If you guys want to be like anybody out there, any of my listeners, if you want to find me as a way, you know, find me as like separately from this blog or this this podcast, I am on Instagram as TN Trucker Chris, basically Tennessee Trucker Chris. Facebook is Tennessee Trucker Chris, and TikTok, Tennessee Trucker Chris, and the blog is tntruckerchris.wordpress.com. That's TNTRUCKERCHRIS WORDPRESS.com. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here to do a very short, very brief, you know, kind of a bonus episode. Just kind of give you guys a heads up, you know. So this, you're technically going to get an extra episode this week because of the fact that you're getting this episode. I'm still going to do the story time. It's just a matter of, it's kind of hard to record when you might have to like cough or sneeze every 15 minutes. Thankfully, I've managed to not have to cough and sneeze too much today, so I wonder if I'm kind of starting to be on the mend a little bit, but it still was pretty bad. Laying down in bed, I tell you, like, because your abs hurt so much, it's like literally, I was telling my brother Rico, I was like, bro, literally, I go to lay down in bed, and it's like I just flop, because you know, you still lay down, you still have to kind of have a little bit of ab strength to lay down, you know, to lower yourself to your laying down position where your head's in your pillow. But when your abs hurt because you've been coughing and sneezing so much, you can't do it as much. So literally just flop down on the pillow. It's like right now I got that itch, that tickle in my throat, my chest. I'm like, nope, not yet. But and then sitting up from bed, that's fun. Like I told Rico I did doing the martial arts, you know, kind of way of getting myself up, like the blanket off me, raise the legs up in the air, and kind of fling them forward off the bed to kind of give myself momentum to where my upper body can sit up a lot easier. Because doing a sit up right now, yeah, I can't do it. So anyway, guys, apologies about this. Of course, I just, you know, I'm kind of bummed out right now, mainly because I haven't been able to do it. But throughout this week, just the way I've been feeling, I was already kind of like dreading the fact. I was like, crap, I'm not gonna be able to get the story recorded in time, you know. So then when I got on the road, knowing that I can't record it out here, obviously while working, since I gotta read. I had figured, okay, you know, I think at the very least I'll come on there and do just a quick bonus episode to kind of update everybody as to what's going on. And again, like, you know, if anybody wants to keep even further updated, I figure I'm going to update the blog on a regular basis. And, you know, start posting, you know, pictures and whatnot. And obviously there's going to be some links to the site, links to the support side. And I'm pretty sure there's a way to contribute on WordPress too, but I haven't figured that part out yet. I was just happy that I got the support side, you know, redirecting, so that way it goes straight there. And then I got the initial the first blog post published, and basically we're off and rolling. Do what we gotta do. One foot in front of the other, and doing the best I can. So on that note, guys, throw a couple things out there. Obviously, if anybody listens to the podcast and wants to support, by all means, go to blodgetshow.com/support. Or, at the very least, I would ask that you would at least share with your friends, like and follow, subscribe, so you're notified of any time I publish a new episode. But other than that, all my usual sayings, guys. Keep pushing forward, keep believing. A little bit extra this week, like if you feel like under the weather or just struggling in general in life, just do the best you can. That's all we can do. And always available via email. blodgetshowpodcast@gmail.com, or if you go to the website blodgetshow.com and click the support, or not the support, the contact button on the very bottom. On the page, pretty simple page. There's not a whole lot to it. But obviously, I'll make it more advanced as time goes on. But right now, hey, got the basics up there. Everything does what it needs to do. So, but yeah, feel free to send me an email. Any suggestions, comments? If there's anything you want me to cover on a Real Talk Tuesday episode, or any story ideas that you want me to see. If you have an idea and you want me to see what I can do with it, I'll definitely give it a shot. I mean, any ideas are welcome anyway. Because usually on my days off, of course, I'm out here on a stretch of road where it's all bumpy for a few miles. When they patch roads, but it doesn't feel like they almost make it worse. So like you're hitting these patches and the trucks all jumping. I'm like, okay, this sucks. So whenever I'm off on my days off and I'm trying to do the next story, I literally will just sit there for probably 15-20 minutes, staring at my screen with a little cursor flashing, and I'll be thinking, all right, what do I want to do? Once I get started, once I get an idea and I get the story started, usually it's easier for me to keep going at that point once I get going. But it's a matter of like, all right, what kind of story do I want to do this week? So, but keep pushing forward, keep believing, believe you can, believe you will, and you're already halfway there. Then you just got to go out there and do it. And basically just take steps each week, guys. Just no matter what's going on in your life, no matter how tough things might seem at the moment, just keep trying, just keep pushing forward, And if you need anybody to go back and forth with you, if you need some little bit of emotional support or whatever, a little encouragement, feel free to drop me an email at blodgetsshowpodcast@gmail.com, and I'll go back and forth with you, and just remind you that you can do it. I'm here for you. We all got this. We all have struggles in life. All that matters is that we don't give up. Because one of the other sayings I have is we only fail if we quit, give up, and walk away. So as long as we keep trying, we can fail. That's like the guy that invented Thomas Edison, the guy that invented the light bulb. He actually, I think there's like a saying that he didn't he didn't fail 999 times. He just found 999 different ways it didn't work. And then on the 1000th attempt, that was when he actually he succeeded at it. So he never failed. if he failed, he would have stopped. So he didn't. So thankfully, he kept going and was able to figure it out. So it's like when I started this podcast. At first, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I'll admit, I'm still not perfect. You know, like when I went back and listened to episode 1, I was like, oh wow. I even edited episode 1. You know, the first couple episodes, because I wasn't using the headset at that point, and so I'll admit the sound quality isn't the greatest. So I apologize about that for anybody that's new that starts back at episode 1 and goes, "Wow, this doesn't sound like a very high quality podcast." I'm like, yeah, I apologize. You know, things obviously now sound a lot better, and obviously, you know, I'll even want to improve upon that even better, you know, as time goes on. But right now, obviously, like from where I was when I started to where I am now, I feel pretty good about it. So it's like right now I'm trying to figure out, you know, a new way to intro into my episodes. You know, I like how I currently do them, but I'm trying to figure out something that might be a little bit more entertaining of an intro versus how I normally do it. You know, the hey everybody, welcome back. You're listening to the Blotchet Show. You know, it works, but one shout out to, and I don't know if maybe he'll eventually come across this podcast, but shout out to, I believe his name is Scott Johnson, on a podcast you guys should check out called What Was That Like? This is me giving a little shout out to him, a little advertisement for him. Awesome podcasts. I don't know how many years it's been going for. I think I'm on year number 2, but the year number 2 is still like 2021 or something. So, or 2020 or something like that. So I still got a few years to go, and I don't, when I find a new podcast, I don't necessarily, especially when it's one that's been around for a while, I don't necessarily start on the current episodes. I go back and start at the beginning. You know, so I could actually be there from the beginning, but that just means that anything updated on the current episodes, I'm not going to run into for a while until I, you know, catch up. But it's called What Was That Like? He talks about, like, he literally interviews people that have been involved in very bizarre situations. And he has a website, whatwasthatlike.com. He's on Facebook at What Was That Like. I believe he's on Instagram at What Was That Like. And if you have a bizarre situation or whatever, you know, something that you think that, you know, we're talking like situations like some one guy kind of wanted to try cannibalism out, so he ate his own foot. Mark was yeah, because he had a foot amputated because of an accident. Yeah, that was kind of, I had trouble listening to that one, but otherwise there was somebody that was like, you know, mauled by a bear, and their guy survived a plane crash, and, you know, pretty cool stuff. Just like, and I guess you could say any podcast I come across that I find, you know, that I find really interesting, I'm really enjoying. You know, like if they came across mine, I would very much love for them to spread the word too. Just like, if you guys like what you're hearing, I'd love for you guys to tell your friends about it. You know, help me to grow. Just like you know, that's why I put the support link out there, because any and all support this podcast receives is just going to go towards making it better. Like, I have plans to do things like merch and stuff like that, you know, and, you know, especially like have little bonus perks. Start doing that for anybody that supports financially and stuff. Can't do it right at the moment because of, you know, financial reasons, but that is the plan, you know. But I try to do, you know how they say treat others how you want to be treated? It's like I would want you guys to share the podcast with people you know. So if I find other podcasts that I find interesting, I'll let you guys know here. I think it's the right thing to do. And I know that if Scott ever realizes it, if he ever comes across this podcast, I'm sure he'll appreciate it too. You know. So, and if you do come across a podcast, Scott, I want to say your podcast is awesome. Loving it. I have other podcasts technically that I listen to, but right now your podcast is the one I've been binge listening, you know, because, you know, especially when you find something that's interesting, you really don't want to jump back and forth between a couple different things. Like, I mean, some people might, but for me, I don't. You know, that's just how I am. Like, I like to focus on one thing, but then it comes to like, it might come to a standstill where, okay, you're at the last episode, then like, crap. So then I might listen to something else. You know, but you know how it is. So, but anyway, guys, check that podcast out. It's pretty awesome. Lore, Lore, is a pretty good one too. Another one is like Haunted Road with Amy Burney. That one's pretty good. There's... Hey, it looks like we're getting bypassed on the way station. Awesome. But, yeah, there's a bunch of them. So, a couple good ones, but definitely check out that What Was That Like? That one's really awesome. That's one of the things that actually I kind of am leaning towards for some of the Real Talk Tuesdays is I want to get whatever equipment I might need, or software or whatever, or apps on my phone or whatever, to be able to do like interviews. Like just find random people that I know and interview them about what they currently do or a topic or whatever. Like one that I think would be kind of an interesting and entertaining episode would be, I would love to do an interview with my wife talking to her best friend, because they're on very opposite sides as far as like gun laws and whatnot. I think it'd be interesting. I wouldn't have. I'm definitely gonna stay away from politics, but guns might be kind of pushing it a little bit too. But at least it'd be better than trying to talk politics out here, because so many, I try to stay away from that and religion as much as possible, even though I'm strong on my faith. But I'd rather keep those things out. But gun topics, quite interesting. But anyway, guys, on that note, I'll let you guys know this actually was longer than I was anticipating. I thought I was going to come on here for like 10 minutes, but hey guys, sorry. I'll be letting you guys know I'll be back, in the next day or two. You'll have your story time. It'll be belated story time Friday. But, a little bit more stuff to talk about with you. But just doing what I can to get better. And, so any thoughts and prayers were much appreciated and stuff. But check out the blog, tntruckerchris.wordpress.com. Check out the website for the podcast, blodgeshow.com. And if you are so inclined to support, blodgeshow.com/support. It'll redirect you and makes it really easy to do it. My bro Rico, of course, was like, I should put a $ on there, like a little $ image, and have it connected to your Cash App. And, yeah, maybe. I was like, but right now, it's set up pretty easy, I'm like, maybe I'll update it, to make it a little bit, to give it more options, like go to the support link to support once a month, or to do a one-time donation, or if you want to do it easier, just send a Cash App or PayPal donation. Click this, go to this page, and click these options. Maybe I'll do that. It's one of those things, always moving forward every week, always try to make progress, even if it's like slow progress or just a little bit of progress. At least it's progress. Moving forward is moving forward no matter what. So it's like financially things have been pretty tight because of loads canceling, and just have like this week I made half of what I normally make, even though I worked technically 5 days last week. But some of those days I didn't do hardly anything, because basically all they had for me to do was, hey, we're going to have you move trucks around. All right. So I was like, I agree to it, because I'm like, well, I want to work and make something versus nothing, but. So feeling the pinch there. I know things are going to get better. Things will pick up and we'll get back to do my regular run 5 days a week like I normally am. But right now it's a matter of just pushing forward, taking it day by day, week by week, just trying to basically get by, trying to survive, trying to keep going and stuff. And me coming out here is trying to take my own advice, like we talked about in last week's Real Talk Tuesday, and push it forward and not let myself quit. So anyway, y'all, I appreciate you. If you do this podcast, I definitely appreciate you tuning in. From the website, blogtheshow.com/contact, or look at the bottom of the page, the link that says contact, and that'll give you the option to send me an email if you want. But otherwise, it has the three main links for Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. For where I'm of course listed in a bunch of others, and then I have if you do the drop-down menu, there's a promotions page that has a couple of promotional opportunities for when you sign up as a new customer for like a checking and savings or whatever. You get basically a $25 bonus, and anybody that signs somebody up, that sends somebody their link and they sign up as a new customer with that Sophie Bank or whatever, the person sending the link gets 50 and the person that signs up gets 25. So it's a pretty easy little way to not only get a really good, really awesome bank account, but to get a little bit of a financial bonus at the same time. So, but anyway, guys, I appreciate you, and I will talk to you guys pretty soon when I get the actual official Storytime Friday episode posted. So again, I apologize about the delay there. So I will do my best to continue getting better, and I will get that posted for you soon. Have a good one.